Hi students, once again I welcome you all to my channel, Abrar Sir classes. Today we'll be seeing some important problems on the topic application of dimension, which comes under the chapter units and dimensions. This is part 5 of the video. This is the first problem. The largest mass m that can be moved by a flowing river depends on velocity. Okay, mass m, velocity v they have given, and density rho of river water, and acceleration due to gravity g. The correct relation is, this can be done by two methods. First, you know the dimensions of rho, v and g, substitute, and then try to see if RHS is same as LHS. That is the correct option. Okay, and number two is dimensional analysis. Now we know the dimension of m is what, mass is m. Okay, dimension of v, velocity, that is lt to the power of minus 1. That also we know. Density, what is density is equal to, we know density is equal to mass by volume, right? Mass by volume. Dimension of mass is what, m. Volume is 10 to the power of minus 3. And then g is gravity. Acceleration due to gravity was acceleration due to gravity, that is L t to the power of minus 2. Now we'll check in which particular relation LHS holds good at RHS. Now I will take the A part of the answer. Now what you have to check, rho square v to the power of 4 by g square. Understood? That is equal to RHS. RHS is equal to, now let us find the dimensions of it. Rho square means ml to the power of minus 3 square lt to the power of minus 1 to the power of 4 divided by g, where is g, l to the power. Now we have to check whether m square l to the power of minus 6, right, into l to the power of 4 t to the power of minus 4 divided by l t to the power of minus 2. Check whether everything is getting cancelled. No. Okay, what on the left hand side we have m, that is not equal to what, it is not equal to left hand side. First one is not there. Like this we can check for second one. B RHS, what is there, rho v to the power of 6 divided by g square, that is equal to, I will write rho ml to the power of minus 3 vlt to the power of minus 1 to the power of 6 divided by g square means l t to the whole square. Now here l to the power of 6, l to the power of 4, no, again that is not equal to what, LHS. Okay, so B is also not equal. C will check. See what is there on the RHS. Rho v to the power of 4 by g cube. Rho is how much, m l to the power of minus 3. V is how much, l, that is distance by time. Okay, we have seen here velocity, right? And acceleration is what, velocity by time. Understood? To the power of 4 divided by L t to the power of minus 2 cube. Again L cube, okay, L to the power of 4. No, again this is not equal to, only m you have to get, okay, not equal to LHS. C is also not good. Now like this, it takes time. I will teach you one more method also so that you can understand very clearly. RHS is equal to how much? Rho v to the power of 6 by g cube. Rho is ml to the power of minus 3. V to the power of 6 means L t to the power of minus 1 to the power of 6 by g cube. G is L t to the power of minus L to the power of 6. Here you will get how much? L cube, L to the power of 6, L to the power of 6, L cube, this gets cancelled, okay. T to the power of minus 6, T to the power of minus 6 gets cancelled. You will be getting only m. Hope you understood this one. You are going to get this as what? M. Okay. Because L to the power of plus 3, understood. L to the power of minus 3 is there. Once if it comes to the numerator, it will be minus 3. L to the power of minus 6, L to the power of plus 6 gets cancelled. T to the power of minus 6, T to the power of minus 6 in the denominator gets cancelled. We are getting that is equal to LHS. Which is the right option? This is the correct option. But I will teach you one more method called dimensional analysis. Okay, I will teach you dimensional analysis. Now, let m is proportional to what? Rho to the power of a, v to the power of b, and g to the power of c. We are supposed to find these constants raised to the power, that is a, b, c. So m is equal to what I can write? K rho to the power of a, v to the power of b, g to the power of c. Let us take dimensions on both that sides. Okay. What is k? K is dimensionless. K is what? Dimensionless. Whose dimensions are what? M to the power of 0, L to the power of 0, T to the power of 0. That is equal to 1. Okay. We did not take that one. Rho to the power of a, v to the power of b, and g to the power of c. Just substitute the values. Okay. M I will write on the left hand side. Okay. Now, what are the dimensions of m? Directly I'll write m here. M I can write that is equal to what is rho? M L to the power of minus 3 to the power of a. Okay. Now here v is what? L t to the power of minus 1 to the power of b. What is g? L t to the power of minus 2 to the power of c. Now what I can do here? I can equate the powers if the bases are same. Okay. Now in the very first case, I can write what? M to the power of 1 here. Okay. 1 is equal to a. Okay. Now understood. Because here also m is not there, here also m is not there. M to the power of a. Okay. Now I can equate this. M to the power of 1 is here. M to the power of a. Since the bases are same, we can equate the powers. 1 is equal to a. Now in the second case, what I can write in the second case? L to the power of what is there? Minus 3a. L to the power of b and L to the power of c. That is what? Minus 3a plus b plus c is equal to what is there on the left hand side? L to the power of 0. Okay. Nothing is there on the left hand side is equal to, therefore 0 I can write here. Hope you understood this one. L to the power of minus 3a. Okay. L to the power of plus b and L to the power of c. Now substitute the value of a here. That is a is how much? A is 1 here. Okay. That is 1 plus of b plus of c equal to 0. B plus C will be equal to how much? B plus C will be equal to 3. Right. Now let us see the powers of what? Here, if you equate the powers of t. Okay. Now, t on the left hand side, what is there? Nothing is there. Okay. That is 0. I can write t to the power of 0. T is here also not there, here also not there. Okay. I can write t to the power of minus 1 to the power of b, that is minus b I can write, and then minus of 2c is equal to how much? 0. Understood. Now you know b plus c is equal to 3. You know minus b minus 2c, minus b minus 2c is equal to 0. I can write this as what? B plus of 2c is equal to 0. Now solve these two equations. B plus c is equal to 3. B plus 2c is equal to 0. Subtract. Subtract, b gets cancelled. C minus 2c is minus c is equal to 3. Therefore, c is equal to minus 3. C is equal to minus 3. Now, we got c is equal to minus 3. A is equal to 1. Okay. Now, we have to calculate what? Here, b plus 2c is equal to what? 0. So, b is equal to minus of 2c. Minus 2c means b is equal to minus of 2 into c is minus 3. B is equal to 6. Now go to here. Okay, that is directly proportional to what? Alpha to the power of how much? A how much we got? 1. V to the power of what? B is how much? 6. And G to the power of C is how much? Minus 3. Okay. Now the same thing can be written as what? Proportional to rho V to the power of 6 by G to the power of 3. Hope you understood. Same answer we got. Okay. See here. This and this is rho V to the power of 6 by G. Students, you might have understood this. How to equate this one. Okay. On the left hand side, you can write, if you want, m L to the power of 0, t to the power of 0. On the right hand side, if you want, you can write m L to the power of minus 3. T is not there here. Therefore, t to the power of 0 to the power of a. And in the second case, what is not there? M is not there. You can write in power of 0. L t to the power of minus 1 to the power of p. And in the third case, again, m is not there. M to the power of 0. L t to the power of minus 2 to the power of c. Okay. Now you can equate the powers if the bases are same. Same thing I have done here. Okay. Same thing I have done here. To calculate what? Constants a, b and c. Let us go to the next problem. Now here it is given that if the velocity of light c is equal to what? Velocity. What is the dimensional formula for velocity? Velocity is equal to distance by time. Correct. That is L t to the power of universal gravitational constant G. Right. What are the dimension of gravitational constant? We know that gravitational force is given by what? F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square. Right, from here you can calculate. G is equal to what? F into r square divided by m1 into m2. So gravitational constant G will be equal to, what are the dimension of force? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration L to the power of t minus 2. M L t to the power of minus 2. R square is, R is length, L square I can write. Divided by m into m square I can write. Now simplify for G. G is equal to m 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Okay. L to the power of 3. Okay. T to the power of minus 2. Okay. Dimension of what? Gravitational, universal gravitational constant G. That is m to the power of minus 1 L cube T to the power of minus 2. Right. Next, and Planck's constant H we have to calculate. What is energy is equal to H nu. Okay, this is a symbol called nu that represents frequency. Frequency means dimension of nu will be equal to what? Frequency is what? 1 by time period, that is t to the power of minus 1. So from here you can calculate H is equal to E by nu. That is H. What is the dimension of energy? Energy is nothing but what? Work done. Work done is equal to what? Work done is equal to what? Force into displacement. Right? Force into displacement. So what are the dimension of force? Mass into acceleration. And then displacement is what? L. Understood? That is same as what? M L square T to the power of minus 2. Students, I have told you to remember the dimension of energy. That is very, very important. Frequently you will be using. Okay. Here m L square T to the power of minus 2. And this is frequency T to the power of minus 1. You are going to get H as what? You are going to get H as m L square as it is T to the power of minus 2 plus 1 will be minus of 1. Okay, are chosen as fundamental quantities. The dimensions of mass in the system is okay. Again, we will write down dimensional analysis. We will use dimensional analysis. M is proportional to, I will write C, G, and H. So M is equal to what? K, C, G, H. Let us apply what? Dimensional analysis. Where K is what? Dimensionless. Okay, whose dimension will be 1 is equal to C into G to the power of A. I will write here to the power of A, to the power of B, to the power of C, and here also to the power of A, B, and C, to the power of A, B, and C. Now we are supposed to calculate what? A, B, and C constants. What are the dimensions of M? The dimensions of M are what? M only. Okay. So M L to the power of 0, T to the power of 0 right here, so that I can equate it very easily. C is what? C is velocity. Okay. C is velocity, that is speed of, okay, velocity of light, speed of light. Okay. L T to the power of minus 1. Okay. To the power of A. G is gravitational, universal gravitational constant we got here. M to the power of minus 1, L cube, T to the power of minus 2 to the power of P. Here I can write what? M to the power of 0 because M is not there. Here all the three M, L, and T is there. Now H, in case of H, now I can write M L square T to the power of minus 1 to the power of C. Now equate the powers here. If I equate the powers, what I am going to get here? First, I will write for what? M. M to the power of 1 is there here. Okay. 1 is equal to, on the right hand side, what is there? For A it is not there. Okay. And for B it is there. Minus B. Okay. Minus B and plus of C. Minus B plus of C. Right. In the second case, powers of L, 0 is equal to, okay, 0 is equal to, on the right hand side, power is A, okay, plus of power of L here is 3b plus of 3b plus of 2c, 2c, right? Okay, that is it. Now the powers of t we will equate. 0 is equal to powers of t is minus a, right? Minus of 2b, right? Plus of, not plus, minus, okay, minus of c. Now we have to solve these equations. We'll get the answer. We have to solve these equations. We have to get this answer. What I can do, I will first add up these two. If I add up these two, 0 is equal to minus a plus a gets cancelled. 3b minus 2b is how much? B, right? 2c minus c is what? C, right? Now, okay, we got this equation. Now we have 1 is equal to what? Minus b plus c is equal to 1 we have. We got b plus c is equal to what? 0. Subtract. Okay, you subtract it. If you subtract, what you're going to get? If you subtract, cc gets cancelled. Okay, b minus b is minus of 2b is equal to 1. B is equal to how much you get? B is equal to minus of 1 by 2. B is equal to minus of 1 by 2 we got. Okay, if you got b is equal to minus of 2, c will be equal to what? Minus of b. C is equal to what? It will be plus 1 by 2. Okay, c is equal to plus 1 by 2. Now we have to calculate what? A. A can be calculated from this equation. Okay, a is equal to what I can write? Minus 3b minus 2c I can write from this equation, right? So a is equal to minus of 3 into b is how much? Minus 1 by 2. Okay, minus of 2 into c is how much? 1 by 2. That is equal to minus 1 minus plus 3 by 2. 2 gets cancelled, minus of 1. That is equal to a is equal to 3 by 2 minus 1 is how much? 2. 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1 by 2 you are going to get. A is equal to 1 by 2. Now substitute all the values here to the proportional to what? C to the power of, what is A? A is 1 by 2. Okay. G to the power of, what I have taken? To the power of B minus 1 by 2. Okay. H to the power of C is how much? C is 1 by 2. Let us check in which particular answer they have given. C to the power of half, C to the power of half, G to the power of minus half, H to the power of half. Okay, I think this is the correct answer. Hope you understood this, how to do this sum. Okay, be careful while calculating the constants A, B and C. Let us take up the next problem. Here again it is saying, if the time period T of vibration of a liquid drop depends on surface tension. What is meant by surface tension? Surface tension, S is equal to force per unit length. Force per unit length. Therefore, what will be the dimension of surface tension? S is equal to force, we know, mass into acceleration divided by length means L. So S will be how much? M. L will not be there. T to the power of minus 2. T to the power of minus 2. L gets cancelled. Okay. Time period, you know, time period means T only. Okay, that is time period. If the time period T of vibration of a liquid drop depends on surface tension, okay, the radius is what? This is time period. Radius means what? L. Okay. Of the drop of density. Density means what? Mass by volume. M L to the power of minus 3 of the liquid. Then the expression of T. Okay. T you have to calculate. Now again, same formula repeats. Okay. Same procedure repeats. Okay. This is one formula for T. Now you have to use dimension analysis. T is proportional to what? I will write root to the power of A r to the power of p s to the power of c. I can write this as what? T is equal to k rho to the power of a r to the power of p s to the power of c. Now write down dimensions. Dimension of t is equal to what? On the c here. While writing itself, I can write dimension of t as what? M to the power of 0, L to the power of 0, t to the power of 1, that is t. Write 1 is equal to dimension of k is 1. This is dimensionless. K is dimensionless. Rho is what? M L to the power of minus 3. T to the power of 0 I can write. To the power of what? A. How much is R? R is L only. Therefore, M to the power of 0. L T to the power of 0 to the power of what? P. Now S is how much? S is M L to the power of 0 T to the power of minus 2 to the power of C. Okay, hope you understood this one. Okay. Now first equate the powers of M. 0 is equal to, okay, 0 is equal to A, here nothing is there, and plus C. Okay, A plus of C. Now equate the powers of L. 0, okay, here minus 3A plus of P, here nothing is there. Okay, equate the powers of T. 1, okay, here 0, nothing is there, 0, and here yes, minus of 2c is there. So c is equal to how much? Minus of 1 by 2 we got. Okay, and a is equal to what? From first equation, a is equal to minus of c. Therefore, a will be equal to how much? Plus 1 by 2. Understood? Now, from second equation, we can calculate b. B is equal to what? B is equal to, if I send this on the left hand, that is 3a. That is 3 into 1 by 2 is b is equal to 3 by 2. We got 3 by 2. Now write down here proportional to what? This is proportional to t is equal to k. I can, because they are given, is equal to they are given, and k also they are given here in the options. Okay, I can write t is equal to k rho to the power of, okay, observe this equation. Okay, observe rho to the power of how much? A is how much? 1 by 2. Okay, r to the power of how much? B is how much? 3 by 2. Okay, s to the power of c is how much? Minus 1 by 2. Clear? Now t is equal to k rho to the power of 1 by 2. I will write as it is. R to the power of 3 by 2. I will write as it divided by s to the power of 1 by 2. I am sending this to the what? Denominator. Now again, t is equal to k. I can write this as what? Square root of, because 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is there here. Therefore, I can write rho r cube divided by s. Rho r cube by s. Okay, hope you understood this one, because to the power of half is there. Okay, I can write this as what? Root of rho, root of r cube divided by root. I can write this as what? K root of rho, root of r cube divided by root of s. Again the same thing I can write this, which is this is the correct answer. We will see t is equal to k rho r cube by s. This is the correct answer. Students, hope you understood all these problems. This finishes your application of dimension. Okay, kindly go through the previous videos also, so that you can understand the problems very clearly on application of dimension. If you like this video, kindly share with your friends. Ask doubts in the comment box. Do not forget to subscribe for my channel, please, and like it, and start preparing well for the examination. Whatever you write, whether you write test, whether you write exam, midterm exam, whether you write preparatory exam, take it seriously so that you can do well in the final exams. I will tell you to study well so that you can do well in the final examination. If you do well in the test, then only you'll be doing well in the examination. I wish you all the best for your KCET, NEET and IIT JEE exams. Thanks for watching my video.